Today we are making a video on Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon Desktop Edition. I already made a Mac Desktop Edition and Xfce Desktop Edition yesterday. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. It's going to take a few seconds because it's a beta edition. So if you want to test a beta edition, you can test it on your VMware or VirtualBox. It's always a better idea to test it on like a virtualization or a non-used PC. Don't use it on a main PC or work PC. And I forgot to mention that I'm using 4 GB of RAM and 80 GB of hard disk with the 12th gen i5 and with 2 processors for the virtualization, which is a VMware. Again, there is like a 3 editions only for the Linux Mint 21.2, which were released yesterday. So if you want to check that out, the previous videos, you can check that out in my channel, which I already posted yesterday. So it's going to take a few more seconds and we should be seeing our Cinnamon Desktop Edition completely loaded. So it's Ubuntu. So here is our mouse pointer and we should be seeing our Cinnamon Desktop environment completely. So let's quickly change the display resolution. And again, once again, I'm warning. This is a beta edition, there should be some bugs, so it's always a better idea to run it as a virtualization or a virtual box in VMware like these apps. So let me change the display resolution first. Let's go to display and change the display resolution. My monitor is 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. Click on apply. It's going to ask for the confirmation. So let's see there is a release note or not available in the Linux Mint official website. Yesterday it didn't have the release note. So let's check today. Before that, let's launch the system monitor because we need to see how much of resources does it consume in the beta edition. And we should be having an idea of how much of resources it consumes. So these are all the processes running right now. And let's go to the resources. As you can see, I have a 2 CPU. Let's select it. Right now it's almost a 1.1 GB of RAM and the CPU is almost like under 20%. There is no high peak. It is common in the beginning, but we need to run it like up to 1 minute or 60 seconds. We need to see we have like a stable graph or not. If we have like a stable graph, that's good to use. If we have like a high peak somewhere, not constantly, occasionally, that should be a problem. So right now, as you can see, there is a stable graph which is running around like 30%, under 30%, and the RAM is almost a 1.1 GB. Yesterday, Mac Desktop and Xfce Desktop environment were consuming like almost like 800 to 900 MB. That was at the beginning, and at the end it were going like almost 2.2 GB, sometimes like 2.4 GB. So if you want to check that out, which desktop environment you want to choose on your own, you need to watch my videos because I already covered 3 desktop environments. After watching that, you decide whichever desktop environment you want to go with. So right now we ran like almost a minute, and as you can see, there is a stable graph which is pretty good, but I'm again saying that you need to like run it on the VirtualBox or a VMware because it's a beta edition. Be careful because it's going to ruin your PC if you put it in a main PC or work PC. So be careful for that. So let's close this thing and open the terminal monitor or the terminal command. So let's type in few commands like inxi-sv8. This is the command which will grab complete distro information of the Linux Mint. The host is a Linux Mint, as you can see, and the kernel version is a 5.15.073, and it's a 64-bit ISO file. And compiler GCC version is 11.3.0. So the Cinnamon Desktop environment version is a 5.8.2. GTK version is a 3.24.33. and WM Muffin VT7 LightDM 1.30.0 And the distro name itself is a Linux Mint 21.2 and the code name is Victoria. This is the code name for the 21.2 and it's based on the Ubuntu 22.04 Jammy Jellyfish, which is a LTS long-term support, and the kernel is also 5.15 LTS. So it says on the machine as a VMware because I'm running it on a VMware. This is my RAM. It's almost like 1.1 GB almost. And this is my CPU information. If you want to check that out, you can pause the video and check that out. So these are all the available resolutions, as you can see. VMWGFX version is a 2.19.0. And let's scroll it down and find other info. Like a XORG version is a 1.21.1. So as you can see, it's display resolutions available here or the monitor size. So the Mesa is a 22.2.5. Double LVM version is a 4.1. Let's scroll it down and find other information. XORG I already mentioned. Let's scroll it to audio. ELSA version is here. Pulse audio version is a 15.99.1. Pipewire version is a 0.3.48. Let's scroll it down, and I'm using a 80 GB of hard disk for my VMware, which I already mentioned. And the info process running right now are 310. Uptime is a 4 minute, and wake ups are 21. Systemd version is a 249 or 249. GCC version already mentioned. Bash version is a 5.1.16, and the INXI version is a 3.3.13. Let's type in some other commands like a cat /etc/issue. As you can see, Linux Mint 21.2 Victoria. So let's see the NeoFetch. Usually NeoFetch is pre-installed in the Linux Mint, as you can see. Desktop should be installed on our own. So let's type in other commands. INXI. These are the same commands as the above, but in a short form. INXI capital G. So as you can see, we almost got every information of the distro. So let's type in HEIF. HEIF isn't installed, I already mentioned that. So we need to install by typing the sudo apt install HEIF and click enter. It's going to take like a maximum of 20 seconds to install, and we should be having our HEIF installed. This is the step only for the people who want to see the HEIF, so I'm making that too. So just a few more seconds, reading database, almost 100% processing, and HEIF is installed. Let's type in HEIF now. So as you can see, there is a HEIF here. Tasks are 96, threads are 196 running like this. All the information is here, so no need to explain everything. So let's check the version of the terminal, which I didn't show you first. So the version is a 3.44.0 for GNOME 42. So let's close it and let's go to the official website, which is Linux Mint. You need to type in Linux Mint, just Linux Mint in the search engine or browser. Before that, let's check the version of the Firefox. There was no release note, so we don't know what's changed. Usually the kernel and the which is based on, so that's the main thing. So the version is a 1114 of the Firefox. Let's type in the Linux Mint. I already showed how to download the ISO files of the beta edition in the previous desktop environment. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out in my yesterday's video. So this is the official website for the Linux Mint. You can directly type in linuxmint.com for the official website. As you can see, we have the news or the release note in the blog. Yesterday it wasn't available, so right now it's available. So we are going with the Cinnamon desktop environment. So let's check the Cinnamon desktop environment. So it is supported until the 2027. That is very It's almost like a 5 years, 4-5 years. So that is good. So you need to wait for the stable edition, then go with this. And the system requirements are here. You need to have these basic things, and how to upgrade instructions are here. So if you want, you can go through it. And here are bug reports. So the links are here directly. Yesterday we need to go to the other website to download the beta editions, which are testing editions. So right now you can download it from here. So if you want other desktop environments, you can go back to here and go to the like a Mac desktop environment and the Xfce desktop environment, which are here. I don't know why it's taking this much of time. Usually it shouldn't take that much of time. So here are all the information. You need to go on your own and check out all these things, because it's going to make a lot of a lengthy video today. So I'm just going to show you how to download this. So let's choose any mirror. And the download started here. I'm using a VPN, so it will be a bit slow for me. So that's the downloading process. Let's go with the installation process now. So again, it's a beta edition. Only if you're testing, go with the installation. If you don't want to install, you just need to boot it in a live boot, and don't save anything in a live boot, because it's going to erase everything as soon as you reboot or shut it down. So again, it's taking a lot of time to open the installer or the installation application. As you can see, there is a loading screen going on. Usually it should take like a 4 or 5 seconds, but it took like almost 20 seconds. Again, this is a basic installation step. There is nothing complicated in a Linux installation process. Just first you need to choose the language and click on continue. The Mac desktop environment and Xfce desktop environment were quickly launched, and the installation was pretty fast, but the Cinnamon is taking a bit of time. And the keyboard layout, you need to choose your own. I'm choosing English United States on the keyboard layout. Again, it's taking a few seconds here. Usually it shouldn't take this much of time. Even it's a beta edition, it shouldn't take that much of time, but no problem. Click on continue. It's going to take like a good 20 to 30 seconds, because it's going to prepare Ubuntu drivers for us. So we need to wait for a few more seconds. Again, this is the basic installation step, not like the Windows or the Mac OS steps. Just a few simple steps in a Linux, and this will be same in every Linux distro. There is nothing change. Only few Linux distro, you name it, like 10 or 15 Linux distro, which are different in the installation process. So you need to choose like both, whatever option you choose. Like if you choose the erase disk and install Linux Mint, it's going to delete the current operating system and media files, everything which are available in that hard disk, and it's going to install the Linux Mint 21.2 beta edition. So if you choose the something else, it's going to dual boot, give you the dual boot option, like a dual operating system like that. So I'm choosing the erase disk, and if you click on install, it's going to take like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's going to be installed on your PC. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. So that was the installation step. Let's quit it, the installer, and let's check out the other features like the internet connection, volumes, date and time. And I think there is some desktop backgrounds are added, I guess. I don't Cinnamon desktop environment doesn't have, I guess. Let's see Victoria. Yeah, they have like some wallpapers added to the Victoria edition. Yesterday in the Mac desktop environment and Xfce has some other wallpapers, so they have added some new wallpapers. That's pretty cool. So let me choose this wallpaper. This is good. So on the settings, these are some of the settings. If you want to customize, you can customize on your own. So these are the some of the other settings. You can customize anything you want, like a panel. All the things are available here. Applets, these are all the same options, so no need to show everything because it's going to make a lengthy video, and none of you want to watch the lengthy videos. So let's try to keep it as short as possible. Even short as possible, it's going to take like almost 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So the Nemo file manager version is here. Let's quickly launch almost some of the important apps. Let's see how much of pressure or the let's see how much of apps it handles. Even though it's a beta edition, it should handle some of the apps. Yesterday the Xfce and the Mac desktop environment handled pretty much good. They didn't have any lag or the freezing, anything like that, screen freeze or anything like that. On the accessories, open Redshift. On the graphics, pics. On the internet, Thunderbird mail. Let's open like 10 to 12 apps like that. Let's see how much of this Linux distro will handle. Sound and audio, rhythm box, and under the administration, let's see like time shift and disk usage analyzer, even the gparted. I can see here and there some bit of lag, not that much of lag, but it's handling pretty much good. I think that's enough, I guess. On the preference, we have not the important apps, so no need to open these things. Let's see themes also. So that's it. I think this is changed, I guess. Dark edition. It looks pretty good. So let's go to the mixed edition. So these are the themes. You can customize and you can choose the style also here, and advanced settings. You can add or remove the themes, settings. You already know how to add and remove, so no need to show that. Let me close this thing. Force fit. Let's even open the task manager or the system monitor and see how the things are going here. CPUs is going good. On the RAM side, it's almost like a 2.3 GB. At the beginning, it was like a 1 GB, as you saw in the beginning of the video. But right now, it's almost 2.3 GB because we opened a lot of apps, almost like a 9 apps, I guess. I'm using like a 4 GB of RAM for my VMware, but it's pretty good. Even it's a beta edition, it's handling pretty good. Just a bit of delay here and there, nothing there more than that. So let's keep it like that and check all the versions. So this is a calendar. Let's check the version, which should be like a 42, I guess, 41.2, no problem. Let's close this thing and keep an eye on the CPU and the RAM. Let's check the version. Disk usage analyzer 41.0. Awesome. I think this is a rhythm box. Let's check the version. 3.4.4. Let's even close it. Thunderbird should be like a 102 version. 102.11.0. Awesome. And LibreOffice version should be like a 7.3, I guess. 7.3.7.2, because I saw this same versions in the previous video, which were like a Xfce and Mac desktop environment. So let's finish and check the version of the time shift. 23.06.2. And the gparted, let's check this version also. 1.3.1. So I'm showing this all the apps information because some people want to know. For them I'm showing that also. So let's check the pictures version about Pix 3.0.1. Awesome. Let's open some of the like a Synaptic package manager and software manager. I think it should be in the administrator, software manager. Let's go to the administration and find the Synaptic package manager also here. Here it is. Let me also show you the software sources also. Let's go to the administration and open the software sources. So here is the software sources. You can customize anything here. It's clearly up to you. So let's check the version of the software manager 8.2.6. It's going to take a lot of time, so I'm not going to wait for this. Let's close this thing and check the version. Again, the release notes is available, so you don't need to worry about what's new. There is every information in there. So the installed version in the Synaptic package manager should be highlighted like in the box, like a green color or some other colors, and the installed version will be like here. So let me quickly scroll it down and see what are the new things available. So if you want to slow it down the video, you can slow it down the video in the YouTube by going to settings and go to the playback speed and change the playback speed from 1 to 0.25, and you should be seeing every package manager's installed version here and the installed things here. So the version of a Synaptic is a 0.90.2. I think that's it for the video, I guess. So as you can see, CPU RAM is here. Right now the CPU RAMs are like a 1.8 GB of RAM, and the CPU is going here and there like some high peak. So it's clearly up to you to choose whether to use this desktop environment or not. So these are all the information. Let's see also the process running right now. Let me show you these things also, so you have a good idea to judge this Linux distro or the Linux desktop environment. So let me close this. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out. I already posted another video today because I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So there is already a content available in the YouTube in my channel. So if you want other Linux 21.2 desktop environments which are available in the yesterday's video, so if you want to check that out, you can even check that out. Again, thanks for watching. Peace out. Let me shut it down. Bye.